So now what I'm going to do is just write the coefficients, not the variable, just the number in front. So 1, 1, 0, -1, 0, 6, 0, 30, 3, 2, -4, -24. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. So now this is where we go to our technology. And I'm going to show you how to do this, and then hopefully you'll be able to follow along here. I'm going to have to go to the another screen here
All right.
and try to find this. Yeah, that's not what I want. All right. Okay, so I'll drop this in the chat. It's called Desmos.com matrix. It will look more difficult than it actually is. But here's what you do. You create a new matrix and you specify the rows and columns. So we had something with 3 rows and 4 columns. And now you just put the numbers in that we
How
were
did you make
writing.
how did you make the big square thing again? New matrix?
New matrix, yes.
All right.
And then you enter the numbers, um, 3, 2, -4, -24.
Just give me like 1 second to type all that in.
Sure.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so now I hit enter. And we're not talking about why this worked or even what we're doing. We're just going to do and then get the answers, and we'll make a better attempt at another time to do that. So next thing is to type RREF and then either hit type A or put matrix A, and that is going to give us the answer. So I'm going to snip this back into the other screen, and we're going to talk about the answer.
Okay.
So let me know if
Um,
you see something similar on your screen.
no, yeah, I do.
Okay, excellent. So I'm going to go back to the other one. Again, this is the kind of thing where the first one takes a long time, the second one gets shorter and shorter, and so on. So this first row here tells you that x equals -6. The second row tells you that y equals 5. And the third row tells you that z equals 4. Can you see where those numbers came from for x, y, and z that are at the right-hand side?
Yes.
That is your answer.
All right. Got it.
Okay, so this is a rinse and repeat exercise here. I'm going to grab the next question, and we're going to do basically the same thing here for number 18, just because that's the next one that came up in the email here. So
Yeah.
this one is a little bit easier because it's not missing any variables. It's 1x, 1y, 1z. So this becomes, that's a -1. This becomes 1, 1, 1, 10, 2, 5, 2, 26. -1, 7, -3, -2, like that. All right, so what I'd like you to do is to go back to that matrix, tool Desmos matrix, and you're just going to change the numbers in matrix A, and then you're going to, it'll automatically redo the calculation for you. You don't have to do anything else here. I'm entering the numbers as we speak. I'd like you to do the same if you don't mind.
Yep, doing it right now.
Awesome. let me know if you can tell me the answer, if you've got that.
All right, I'm almost done.
Okay. I'm so impatient. I apologize.
It's all good. I'm being really slow. Okay, I got 4, 2, and 4.
Yes, and that is correct. Okay, so let's look at some of these other problems and see where you might run into issues. There are a couple of exceptions. Yeah, so let's look at 6. Um, 6 is a little bit different. Um, um, yeah, 6 is a little bit different. So if I were to slightly rewrite this, it's 1/2 x plus 1y equals -4, like that. 8 divided by 2 is 4, -4. -1x plus 2y equals -20. So this time it's a different size matrix. It's not the one we've been doing.
Okay,
It looks something like that. So I'm going to go back to the other screen and rather what you want to avoid doing is like redoing a bunch of stuff that you've already done. So let me go back to that other screen. And you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to share the screen. Okay. And then I'm going to hit enter after RREFA. I'm basically going to repeat. I'm going to make a new matrix
okay,
and I'm going to increase the columns to 3.
all right.
And I'm going to just start entering the numbers. 1, -4, -1, 2, -20. Once you get that done, you hit enter. And then same thing, RREFB.
Hold on, how do you make the answer come up for the second one?
RREF. You could enter to get to a new line in the calculator. And then RREF is down here. And then you can either type B or click on B. Let me know if you have any issues with this.
All right, sorry. Just me like one more second. Forgot to click R, yeah. Wait, hold on. Can you show me how to make a new matrix again with
So you,
REF? Because every time I
you,
try to do it, it kicks it into a different line.
you got to hit enter after the matrix. Like if you're entering the matrix, you just hit enter to create a new line.
Okay.
I know this isn't the best way to do it, but it's like if you're really stuck, you can just reset, clear all, and restart, or go to a new tab. Like you don't have to make it like overly complicated either.
Right, I just like feel bad because I keep trying to do it and it keeps like making REF in one line and the thing in the other line. Like no matter what I do.
That's okay. Let's go back and
Right?
keep working on this.
I like
Um,
even reopen the link. Hold on, no more.
so yeah, so it's don't that's okay. Like let's get through because there's a couple of exceptions that we need to work on. So this system, the answer is x equals 6, y equals -7. You type it as an ordered pair 6 comma -7 like that.
All right.
Okay. All right. So that gets you um there. Now there's a few exceptions that we need to talk about. Which I thought that one was going to be. So let me do this. Let me solve the next one. Maybe you can figure out what's going on with your stuff, and then this will be an exception. One of them will be, I'm sure. Teacher's brutal, by the way. I mean, these are like difficult ones for, these would be better for like an honors class, someone that, is really eager to do this. I don't really understand why you're getting,
Yeah, I don't know either. Like
yeah,
this like lesson was super hard.
yes, it's very difficult. It's meant to be done by advanced students in math, or with a calculator, which, all right, so I did 7 here. Let me go ahead and snip in. Well, so this one, let me show you here. So you would type in 8/9, 1/3, 41/3 is your matrix. Minus 7/81, minus 8/9, minus 188/27. You'd have like B equals that. And then your next line is RREF B. Do you want to give that a try in the new tab? See if you can make that work. Or if yours ends up being A, that's fine. It's RREF A.
Yeah, here, let me try.
Okay.
All right, it's working now. I'm just typing it in.
Okay. Fantastic.
Okay, I got like one like 12 and 9. Yeah, I got
Yes.
that.
Good. There's your answer, 12, 9.
All right.
All right, so while you're typing that in, I'm checking the next one to see if it's an exception or not. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to tell you what to look for.
All right.
3, -3. All right, finally. Okay. Um, so next one here, let's snip this in. There's 2 types of exceptions. Okay, math's full of exceptions. All right. So there's your 3 by 3. So this is 1, this is 1. So it looked like this: 1, -3, 1, -1, -4, 12, -4, 4, 3, -9, 3, and -3. So will you
Yep. While I'm typing this, can you just like explain what this is? Like what it's doing?
well, the calculator, you've been fed a lot of lies in math, and one of them is that you need to do everything by hand. Um, in the real world, nobody does this by hand. I mean, my background's in engineering. I mean, if like an intern came to me and said, "Hey, I'm going to solve this system of equations by hand," I would ask him why, and then I would get really upset because he's being, for lack of a better word, well, I shouldn't say that. I would be upset because I'd say, look, we don't do it this way. We use technology in the real world. We use software. We use things. So what we're doing is we're eliminating the variables, which are meaningless, and we're manipulating these numbers to get the results, to get the answer, the solution. Now, what are these in real life? That's kind of a more interesting question. You're not used to equations in 3 variables. Equations in 3 variables are actually planes that extend out infinitely in each direction. So
Oh,
these are 3 different planes that are intersecting, is kind of a physical representation of this. Now, what does that look like? Well, when 2 planes intersect, and this is very hard to draw, and I'm not a very good, not an artist by any stretch, but you can see that they intersect in what's called a line. 2 planes intersect in a line. Now, a third plane could, and this is even really hard to draw, it could kind of intersect in that same line. A third plane could, or they could intersect in a single point, which is what's being shown here.
oh, all right. That's really cool.
Yeah. Now what's 4 variables? We don't have a way to explain that. So the analogy would be, and there's a really, it's a math book, but it's called Flatland. It's really weird to read, but you might consider adding it to your list when you're really bored and can't sleep. Imagine you were a point and you could only move this way or this way or this way, right? You
Yeah.
can't understand what it's like to then jump off the ground. Like you only know that you exist in two dimensions, right? So whatever dimension you exist in, it's really hard to extrapolate to a third dimension, which is what we're trying to do here with four dimensions, because you and I live in four-dimensional world where time is the next variable. So we know how to we know how kind of like everything is the present, but there's time. We have no idea what the fifth dimension is. Like we don't know how to comprehend it. Just like if you were a point and could only go up, down, left, right, you have no idea what three dimensions looks like. You just can't fathom it. It's impossible.
Oh, wow.
Probably more than you thought you were going to get to.
A little. It's
Yeah,
super cool. Like I never thought of like anything like that.
yeah. So in the real world, systems like this exist, that they're way more complicated. Like weather patterns are systems of equations like this, but they're way more sophisticated than this. And there's way more than three variables in the real world. So anyway, if you got this down, we do need to talk about the answer here. So if you ever see the following, a row of zeros, it has to be all zeros, that means always infinite solutions.
Oh, so it's the answer's not like -100?
No, it's infinite solutions.
All right.
Okay, there's one more exception to bring up because I don't know if we'll get it, is if you have in the last row, I'm going to make something up here. Let me go 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 1 5 -3. All right. So now the difference is here. If the last row has all zeros and a one, this means no solution.
Huh. Why?
Uh, it doesn't, it's possible that they don't intersect, or there is no place where all the things occur.
Uh,
Um, so you're asking me the why questions, which we said we weren't going to.
oh, my bad, my bad. Um, hello?
Yep,
I'm
I'm here.
sorry.
So
Okay.
that's 22. Let's see if we can get one more done here. Um, so 21 is called a sparse matrix because there's a lot of empty places in it. Let's look at 21 here. That's kind of what I was getting at earlier is you have to fill in the missing ones with zeros.
Hmm.
5x minus 1y plus 0z equals 0. 0x plus 3y minus 1z equals 0. And then we write a matrix 1 0 minus 5 0 5 -1 0 0 0 3 -1 0.
I got like all zeros for the answer.
Okay, so that means there is infinitely many solutions.
All right.
Potentially. Is it a row of zeros? Is it a row of zeros like this? Or is it that it's
It's like straight up and down zeros.
yeah, but what about the last row? Is it all zeros or not?
Oh no, wait, it's all zeros and the one, so it's
It's this one.
yeah,
Okay, that means there's no solution.
yeah.
Okay. Gotta be careful.
But wait, the thing just told me the answer was 0, 0, and 0.
Well, that's so what that suggests is you like you didn't tell me what like if there's a one here, that's different, right? All zeros and then a one is different than 0 0 1 0.
Oh, I got you. I thought it was like if like no matter what order, if it was zeros and one one, it was the infinite solutions. Here, it's okay. The next answer is probably yeah, it's just the same thing.
It's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that should be enough for you to kind of navigate the rest of these.
Yeah, I got it.
It's not perfect, but you should be able to get most of them done. All right, so I appreciate you. Let me go ahead and stop the recording here.